Hello Anglophonians! In Franco-Belgian comic magazines there was a tradition, meaning that they printed an extra comic for certain days of the year. May it be some event like the soccer championship or the Olympic Games, or when there were certain holidays like Christmas, for example, or in this case Easter. We're visiting the little people again, and this episode is called Easter for Two Kids.
In the places in the world where Easter is celebrated, there are different traditions associated with this holiday. Although all refer to the Bible and the events surrounding the crucifixion and resurrection of Jesus, many of this tradition have grown out of popular belief and have their roots in pre-Christian tradition, which were then reinterpreted in the sense of Christianity. For example, that eggs play a big role at Easter, or that there's an Easter bunny. For some people with a great social sense, however, it became clear on such holidays that the real core of Christianity was mercy. And this resulted in stories like the one we want to report on today. The story begins with the little people busy getting food in the spring. However, the squad sent to search the fields of various farms is caught in a spring storm and has to flee to safety. They find this safety in the shed of a nearby farmhouse. There, the little people overhear a conversation that the owners of the farm, a man and a woman, are having. They are sad because Easter is just around the corner, but due to various strokes of fate, they have no money to buy Easter presents for the children. Renard, the leader of the little people squad, has an idea. After the rain, the squad returns to the town of the little people, and Renard submits his idea to the mayor, who is absolutely delighted. The little people convert their flying machines, collect various gifts, and in this way prepare a treat for the farmers' children. Happy Easter. They also raise some money, which the farmers can use to make urgently needed purchases for their farm. And yes, the full story isn't usually given here, but this one is brief, and it has a clear goal: to make readers more aware of other people's situation. Social concerns were important to many artists in the Franco-Belgian comic scene. Franquin regularly made fun of asocial authorities. Serran, the illustrator of the little people, made no secret of his political views in many stories, which will be considered later. This is also the case in this story, which is intended to make it clear to the readers of Spirou Magazine that even in 1969, when Easter for Two Kids was published, there were still people in Belgium and France who were much worse off than the average. And for outsiders, the story is also a little glimpse into local Easter traditions common in France and Belgium. We see in this panel that the little people have modified their flying machines to look like bells with wings. And there's a special reason for this. In many countries in Central Europe, for example France and Belgium as well as Germany, the church bells will fall silent from Maundy Thursday. Because Good Friday is the anniversary of Jesus' death, and legend has it that the church bells fly to Rome to receive the Pope's blessing. In many areas where the bells remain silent, children parade through the streets at certain times with rattles to announce, for example, noon or the end of the night. This dates back to the time when there were no watches that everyone could carry around with them. People depended on the tones of the bells to tell them what time it was. The children with the rattles performed the service on Good Friday and Easter Saturday. On the day of resurrection, Easter Sunday, the bells were back from Rome and were ringing again. At the same time, on the morning of Easter Sunday, the children looked for Easter nests. According to tradition in Germany, for example, these nests are brought by the Easter bunny. But it's different in France and Belgium. On the way back, the church bells collect colored eggs and chocolate to distribute to all good children. The flying bells drop these gifts from the sky on Easter Sunday for distribution in the gardens of the people. When the children wake up this morning, they start running with a basket in hand and look for the treats among the flowers and grass. The bells then return to their churches just in time to jubilantly celebrate the resurrection of Jesus. While there's no guarantee you'll see the bells swoop through the air as they swoop down, you can hear them once they returned. However, the artists of the Belgo-Franken comic scene were aware of how hypocritical some of their oh-so-Christian fellow human beings were. So, stories like this one about Easter for 2 kids were used to get a message out there. The children who read the Spirou Magazine surely understood it. The artist hoped that the parents would understand them too.
And there you have it. Easter for 2 kids. Well, until next time, surround yourself with nice people, stay safe, stay healthy, and see you